And welcome to Riverbank Field for Huron and Pioneer Lacrosse. I'm Pete Poyer along with Kevin Bryant with all the action for you right here on City TV Sports, and we are just about to get underway. Teams are squared off at the center of the field for the face-off, and we're underway. Teams fighting for possession. Pioneer with possession on the far side of the field. Harry Haddon carrying. Now he'll pass off behind the net to Peter Burke. Burke has it behind the Riverette net. 12-minute quarters in lacrosse for men's lacrosse. Now another pass. This one to Taylor Zadowski. Now we'll send it back out top to Haddon. Haddon will charge towards the net, but he'll head behind the net, looking for someone to pass it to in front. Now back over to Zidanowski. Now that passes the turf, and it'll be picked up by Huron. Well, Pioneer gets possession on the referee's whistle. Dylan Swanson is carrying for Pioneer. Now cutting in front of the net, and the shot sails over the net and out of bounds. Pioneer will keep possession.
First shot on goal of the night. How you doing tonight, Pete?
Doing great, Kevin.
Awesome.
Beautiful evening for lacrosse.
It sure is. Ann Arbor's been missing out on this good weather. These guys have us out watching this game on a perfect night.
So back out top to Eric Lovelace. Now down low, back to Burke.
Pioneer very deliberate in their offense here. They're waiting for the perfect set before they attack the net.
Pass out top for Zanowski. Out to Haddon. There's a quick shot, and that one blocked and sails wide. And it looks like Pioneer's trying to work it behind the net, then pass it quickly out front for a quick shot, but that pass from the back of the net back out top is not connecting very well. They're not able to get that quick shot, and there's an intercept by Huron. And another referee's whistle. It's going to stay Pioneer possession.
Well, as you know, the players cannot take the ball inside that crease that's circling around the goalie there, and that's why Pioneer's really trying to set up the offense on the outside, have a man down in the hole to kind of jab it to, but as you're saying, Pete, they're trying to come from the rear.
Yeah, they're not connecting with that pass, so I think they want to get a quick pass and a quick shot, and that pass is just not connecting quick enough. Huron's able to react defensively and stop the shot from getting through to the goalkeeper.
Coach Greg Monroe really has his team packed in deep as far as the River Rats are concerned on the defensive end.
Oh, back behind the net, Haddon once again. Now he'll pause on the near side. Pass it back out to Swanson. Now Swanson will carry down, being defended heavily. There's a quick shot and a save made. Nice save there. Goalkeeper Lars Urbaniak.
And now finally the River Rats get some transition. Here's the fast break, a shot, and it fell right out of the net, or out of his stick.
Another shot by the River Rats. Blocked aside. Jeffy Dort Daigan is the goalkeeper for Pioneer. Here on possession, they'll set up once again. Now down low, now back in behind the net. Now picked up by Benjamin Segaloff. Carrying out top, Nick Sorsher.
Tried to kind of weave his way through that defense there, but the Pioneers weren't having it.
7:47 left in the first quarter. Well, Sorsher will begin play for the River Rats once again.
And right off the bat, Pete, you can see the difference of the Huron attack. They really are trying to spread out the Pioneer defense. Pioneers playing the zone, though.
Yeah, they've got a tight box in front of the net there. And I think Huron's going to have to work it on the perimeter and try and get something inside that tight Pioneer defense. Now back out top to Sorsher. And that's what Huron will do. They'll work it around the perimeter.
Well, they're trying to move that zone, make it shift by moving the ball.
Now over to the near side, back out top. They're doing a good job with the passing game. Passes are quick. Nobody's fumbling the ball. And now into the middle, but surrounded by 4 Pioneers.
Nice stick poking out there.
And the ball all the way down to the Huron goalkeeper. And he'll pick it up and send it back out midfield. Andrew Gasparovich carrying for Huron. Familiar with a couple of names here on the Huron roster. It's they played hockey as well this winter. Nick Sorsher and Anton Gasparovich.
MHSAA really placed this sport well by putting it in the fall. That way you can have some of the guys that, like you say, Pete, play a different sport, football. They can come out here and get sort of the same type of workout.
Oh, ball picked up by the Pioneer goalkeeper. And Pioneer will try and work it downfield. Across midfield. That's Ryan Huffnagel. And on the referee's whistle, possession will go back to the River Rats.
Looks like we'll have our first change of players now. And new for the River Rats out is Stephen Gaynor, midfielder. From the shores of Riverbank Stadium, Pete, you can smell the Huron River. Nice.
Kevin will be appearing at the Comedy Castle on Friday and Saturday. Make sure to tip your waiters and waitresses. Now Huron carrying over midfield. Chris Welch carrying for Huron. And he'll dump it back to Segaloff. And over to Sorsher. Now balling behind the net.
And it's Urbanik that is posted up behind the net, and he's trying to get a quick pass down into him so he can rush from the rear.
So the River Rats patient on offense. Again, doing what you said earlier, Kevin, trying to get that Pioneer defense out of position. And the Pioneers are not having any of it. And turnover in favor of the Pioneers. They'll take possession of the ball.
Well, like many sports, Pete, the defense is winning out to start off. Both teams feeling each other out, trying to find out where they can find the hole in that defense to attack.
Under 5 minutes to play here in the first. Carrying downfield, Peter Burke. Now he'll send it back to Swanson. And now down low, there's a quick shot. Blocked aside. Shot by Dylan Graham. Pioneer will keep possession, and they'll work the position game on offense. Now pass out front, and that shot is knocked aside.
Looked like Jarrett Toyles has actually put a stick in the way that time on the shot there from the Pioneers, Eric Lovelace.
Hear the coach say, telling Peter Burke to go. There's a quick shot. Another block. Great save.
It's great defense.
Great save by Lars Urbaniak.
Lars Urbaniak making another save for the River Rats, keeping this game scoreless. And picked up by Huron.
Great intercept there on defense. That's
Jared
what that
Tools
long
once
stick
again
does for you. The defenders have an extra long stick, and you can take a quick look at the shot, Pete.
There it is. Nice save by Urbaniak. Now Pioneer back on offense. Quick shot. Another save by Urbaniak.
Urbaniak does a great job of mirroring where that stick is at from the defense or from the offensive player of Pioneer.
Nearly lost it there, but gathered it back in, and now Huron will head back downfield. Now Nate Clyde for Huron carrying downfield. Here's a look at that last shot on goal on the replay. And there's Urbaniak making a nice save.
Yeah, and he really didn't have that much reaction out of his defenders. Ball's on the ground rolling around, and maybe they just felt Urbaniak because he's made so many spectacular saves. He had the job covered.
Three minutes left in the first. No score as of yet. Here on City TV Sports. Huron carrying with possession of the ball.
A good strip there by the Pioneers. Oh, finally some contact.
Taylor Zdanowski heading downfield, weaving through the Huron defenders. Now, quick pass out front, doesn't connect.
Lovelace just couldn't get his stick up to catch that ball coming at him because he did have a great angle for a shot on goal there.
I thought maybe he was thinking his teammate was going to shoot the ball at the net.
Kind of surprising.
And wasn't really prepared for that pass.
Gotcha.
Because it was a lightning fast pass.
It really was. And it's got to be difficult, especially in the sunlight. I mean, we're battling the sunlight up here, but that pass came in the sunlight to Lovelace.
Right in his eyes, yep. Urbaniak will bring it out from his net. Now pass to Jacob Hankin. And then downfield, ball on the turf. Great job holding in by David Foster for Pioneer. And team's still battling, and we have referee's whistle.
Good shove in the back there by Nick Schwarzer.
And we have a timeout on the field. 1:59 here to play in the first quarter.
Both teams have had several quality shots on goal so far. The difference has been the netminders.
Pioneer could easily have 3 or 4 goals at this point if it weren't for Urbaniak.
Yeah.
And same goes for Huron. They've had at least 2-3 good scoring opportunities, and it's been a good job there by Jeffrey Duart-Daigen to keep the Pioneers or keep the River Rats off the scoreboard.
That's it. And maybe that's what's going on this discussion at the timeout and the break there for Greg Monroe right now in the center of that circle. He's probably trying to dial up some different type of offensive sets and maybe even switch up the defense because Huron did seem like they had some speed on that first transition break. They got down the field pretty fast.
Well, we've seen a pretty deliberate game so far by both teams, and it could be very likely that the teams are going to start changing their offensive. Instead of being patient on it, maybe they're going to start trying maybe get some fast breaks downfield, use somebody breaking down the sideline with a long pass to see if they can get behind the defense and get maybe an easy opportunity on the goal. See if that changes. Maybe that helps a little bit with the scoring for both teams. Yeah,
I really like what you're saying there, mixing up the strategy, because right now it has been very deliberate.
Well, we'll see. We're coming out of the timeout. We'll see what the teams do. And Pioneer possession. That's Zdanowski carrying for Pioneer. And he'll send it out front to Lovelace. Now back to Swanson. Now Swanson tries to deke his man. Back to Lovelace, right in front of the net. And that shot sails wide. Now another quick shot, and that one is blocked. Pioneer will keep possession again. Huron playing really nice defense in front of Urbaniak.
And Harry Haddon really had a really wind-up shot there from outside. He just too high. Didn't follow through, really.
Now back out top. Swanson will carry once again, trying to weave it through a couple. And his shot sails wide of the net.
Well, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight-ahead line, and that's what he took.
And ball out of bounds. It'll be Huron possession. And here's a look at a couple of those Pioneer shots on replay. There's the first one. And then the next one quickly. There's Haddon with the shot.
Just a bit wide.
So a couple of good opportunities for Pioneer. Can't cash in. And we remain scoreless.
And there's the other Urbaniak brother, Niles, on the offensive end, behind the net.
It gives me the impression they're Swedish. River Rat possession. 25 seconds to go in the first period.
One more final charge here for the Rats.
Now turnover. And a long pass downfield. Pioneer trying to get a last-ditch attempt here at the end of the first.
Final 10 seconds. I don't think they're going to even get a shot off.
Urbaniak way out of his own net. And first quarter comes to an end, no score. Here from Riverbank Stadium, it's Huron and Pioneer at the end of one on City TV Sports.
0-0.
Well, just to recap really quickly for that first period there, Pete, a lot of offense for the Pioneers. They really had more shots on goal on Urbaniak. He just had the net or his stick at the right spot at the right time.
Absolutely. Again, good opportunities by both teams. I'd say I give the advantage to Pioneer a little bit more. They've had a few more opportunities than Huron. But both teams really with opportunities, and neither one able to cash in. Good defense by both teams.
Truly. But based upon what you're saying right there, I expect the second and third period and hopefully the fourth period, the scoring's going to pick up.
Yeah, we'll see if things open up a little bit and see if the coaches change their strategy. Out of the timeout, you really didn't see any change from Pioneer on offense. They took it behind the net and kind of worked some passes out front, got a couple of shots on net, weren't able to score. And maybe they feel that's the way they're going to score by doing the deliberate way. I think Huron, they haven't had quite as many opportunities. Maybe they feel that they can open it up a little bit more.
And at home, playing at home, Huron, they do have the crowd usually on your side, so maybe they're waiting for the spark of momentum on their side, get a scoring, and then get the crowd into the game.
Well, perhaps it'll be a late arriving crowd with all the construction here at Huron Parkway and Getty's. You know, it's been tough to get in here, but
I tell you, it's been scaring people on the weekends as well. I hear it all the time. The traffic around this place is tough.
Really tough. Well, we're back at midfield, ready to start the second period. Late arriving River Rat getting in position. To Stefan Grenner. Now he's in position. And we're underway. Now Pioneer will take possession. Teams switch sides each period.
And right off the bat, I can see a difference. It looks like the Rats are playing more of a man defense.
Now maybe they'll use that to their advantage, try and get some strips and get some fast break opportunities down the other way.
That's what we were talking about, their transition. Okay, our first penalty, it looks like. Let's see if we'll get a man advantage, because that may be the difference in the game so far as breaking the scoring open. Both officials are out there just outside of the box. They're trying to really figure out what's going on here. So We're in the exact same position as you folks, waiting to see if this is going to be a man advantage for the Pioneers.
Now referees are conferring.
I hope they're not talking about what they're going to have for dinner.
A little hungry, are you, Kevin?
Tad bit. Hungry for some long pants and not shorts.
In this weather, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's definitely a beautiful afternoon here in Ann Arbor.
Picture perfect. And that could be another reason why we have a light crowd on hand tonight. Just a beautiful Friday evening in the great city of Ann Arbor has a lot of options for folks.
Could be right across the street at Gallup Park. Do a little cookout.
Do a little running.
A little running maybe, and then a cookout.
I'd be at the cookout.
I've cooked out many times at Gallup Park. Might be there tomorrow. Never know.
You heard it here, folks. Big 6'5" man over there cooking out at Gallup Park. That's Pete.
Flat items are $10 for autographs. 8x10 glossies will be $20. No, not really. I don't have any glossies.
All right, back to play.
It'll be Huron possession.
It looked like it was a minor penalty because I don't see a man advantage, anybody in the box.
Well, picked up off the turf by Chris Welch. Another referee's whistle. And it looks like it's going to be a foul on Huron and a possession turnover to the Pioneers.
Really haven't seen too much physical play out here tonight as well. I mean, we're seeing just a lot of passing, crisp passing, some great shots on goal.
Well, maybe these crosstown rivals are waiting for the second half to mix it up.
I hear that a lot.
Well,
never know what can happen in these crosstown rivals.
Now right out in front of the net. Ball on the turf.
There's some action, finally. There we go.
Well, ball still being fought for. Picked up by Zach Weber for Pioneer. Now he'll flip it back to Haddon. Now back out top to David Foster. Foster will carry, look one way, then the other. Now he'll send it over to Eric Barroso. And Barroso will carry him behind the River Rat net on the far side of the field.
Just at the 10-minute mark here in the second period. Still 0-0 score.
Well, back out top to Eric Lovelace on the far side of the field. Now way back out top to Swanson. Swanson tries to deke one man, tries to cut in front of the net. Two Huron defenders there to stop him. He'll go back around behind the net once again.
Great job there by Meadows, is shadowing him.
Well, Swanson back out front, quick shot. And another save made by Urbaniak.
Wow, that was great stick work there by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Swanson flipped it to Lovelace, and Lovelace put that skip shot. Urbaniak was there to stop it. Now quickly back downfield for the River Rats, but it's picked up off the turf by Ryan Huffnagel, and Pioneer will control. Now Huffnagel hits the turf himself.
Yeah, Chris Welch really helped him out.
Check it, that was Brian Matney hitting the turf for the Pioneers. Oh, foul called on the River Rats. Heard the referee call the hold on Huron, so it'll be Pioneer possession. Starting the play will be Louis Marr, another hockey player, this time for the Pioneers. You can see a lot of similarity with the style of play between hockey and lacrosse.
And there's going to be a delayed penalty. The outside official just dropped his flag, and he's calling offsides. You can check out a little bit of Urbaniak's stick action here as the shot comes in from the Pioneers from the outside. We'll check on that shot, that his defense a little bit later. And if it's not on a replay, it's probably going to be live action because the guy's just been making spectacular saves all evening.
And this time Pioneer scores. Harry Haddon with the goal for the Pioneers, and Kevin Bryant with the kiss of death
for my River
Rats. Lars Urbaniak. And the Pioneers lead 1-0.
I hope Dottie Davis isn't listening. She might come and grab my River Rat card right there. I did jinx him just like it was going to be a free throw, and he's a 90% free throw shooter. Let's take a quick look at that, Pete.
A quick pass over to Haddon, and he closed on the net and took the shot and went high and put it past Urbaniak for Pioneers' first goal.
And he really whizzed it right by his ear. I mean, he really couldn't get there. Urbaniak couldn't get his stick right up there, so good position on the shot there by Haddon.
Well, we'll head back to midfield and get set for the faceoff. 8:33 to go here in the second period.
Haddon had that long shot in the first period that was probably one of the more difficult saves that Urbaniak had to make. So he went right back upstairs and success.
Oh, referee's done conferring with the scorers table.
A lot to confer on.
And we're back underway. Now picked up by Pioneer. That's Foster here, or check that. That's Charles Ziegler carrying for Pioneer.
Well, Pete, we were saying if the Pioneers keep up that same strategy as far as pepper in the net, one of those shots has to get through.
Now starting the play for the Pioneers will be Zidanowski. And he'll head behind the net.
River Rats trying to match up defender with offensive player.
Now pass out front to Haddon. Over to Swanson, to Lovelace. Check it, that's Eric Barroso over there on the far side. Now passing behind the net. Quick pass out front. Another goal for Pioneer. And just like that, Pioneer up 2-0.
Well, we were saying in between after the first period that maybe we just needed one score to break the ice on this scoring.
Assist number 13, Taylor Janowski.
Here's a look at that goal on the replay. Just kind of looks kind of casual, and a quick pass out front to Zach Weber, and he buries it for Pioneer's second goal.
Really nice one-timer. It's a great angle from that shot too, guys. Thanks a lot.
Now possession picked up from the faceoff by Huron. It's Nate Clyde carrying for the River Rats. Now ball on the turf. And we have a referee's whistle.
We can almost hear the Huron coach, Greg Monroe, all the way up here trying to egg his guys on and really motivate them now after that first the last two goals.
Timeout, Huron.
You know, looking over the rosters, Pete, both teams don't have that many seniors out here. A lot of guys that are going to be playing for these both respective squads next year, hopefully.
Makes for a good brewing of rivalries when you play against your crosstown rival, if I use the term again, for 2-3 years.
Well, when you get guys that live in the close proximity, such as these two schools, you throw the records right out the window, because when these two teams play, there's just going to be exciting plays. Some plays that you just don't think are going to happen, they happen in games like this. And just like that, you see the action that our guys in the truck are showing us right now. This is getting turned up. as far as not just the excitement level, but the aggressiveness.
And we're turning it up here in the booth with Cliche Theater, I might add.
We're up to 99. 99 cliches.
7:17 left to go in the half.
Let's see what the Rats have to do after that break there called by Greg Monroe.
River Rats on offense. Now pass behind the net to Gino Meneghini. Now back out top to Granner. Way out top to Sorsher.
Again, the
Welch.
The Rats are really stretching the defense of the Pioneers out.
Well, you know, then there's no Rats in that big box they're creating. I bet you they're going to look for some kind of cutter at some point in time to try and head towards that center where they've created the space.
Nice little screen there to try to free up. Look like Welch on the coming around the screen there.
Welch has it now. Deeks 2 men, now a third. Quick shot and a goal for Huron. Chris Welch scores to make it 2-1 favor of Pioneer.
Well, Welch, he didn't just weave his way through. He really bogarted his way through those guys. Went down to his knees and then fired the shot. Good effort on his part.
And here's a look at that goal in replay. You see Welch just weaving through the Pioneer defense and sends that shot high.
Matei for Pioneer takes him down, but that didn't stop him.
It's too late. So the Rats are on the board. Despite the Bryant jinx on the River Rats.
It never lasts long.
Game's not over yet, Kevin.
I know, but it still won't last long.
Now another timeout on the field. Teams head to the sidelines.
Boy, these coaches are really trying to gain the upper hand as far as some strategization going on over there on both sidelines.
Did you just make a word, strategization?
You can't make a word. I feel that if you say a word and somebody understands it, I didn't build it. It's communication.
I think your usage was redonkulous.
Nice. See, there we go. We're on the same page.
I'm
Pete.
copying. That's old.
Nah, we're just partners. That's it, man. Well, let's see if Greg Monroe can steal your word, be redonkulous after this timeout, because they're going to have to see if they can regain the momentum. That last goal did worlds as far as getting his players on the same page as far as, hey, we're in this game. Pioneer's not going to run away. This is our field. But let's see if they're going to regain that momentum going into the break.
Certainly seem to give them and the fans in the stands a shot of energy. We'll see how this carries over for the rest of this half. 6:22 to play. Hope you're enjoying all the action here on City TV Sports. I'm Pete Poyer along with Kevin Bryant with all the play-by-play action for you. Just a picture-perfect afternoon here in Ann Arbor on the campus of Huron High School. Riverbank Stadium is the setting. Men's lacrosse, Pioneer and Huron. And we get ready to start play once again. Pioneer on offense.
Just like last time, this is how Pioneers set up their offense as far as being very deliberate, and then they came in from Haddon from the side, and here's the shift.
Now Haddon has it back out top. There's a long shot from out top, and a goal for Pioneer. Dylan Swanson with the almost from way out top.
Yeah, he was outside the scoring zone there, and he's probably a good 30, maybe 30 yards out with that shot.
25, Dylan Swanson.
Here's a look at that on the replay, and Swanson way out top. And Urbaniak, I think, would like to have that one back.
Yeah, he really just he misread that shot coming into him, and he may have been fooled because they've only attempted one shot, Pioneers, from straight on at him. Might have been thinking they were going to pass it off.
No ball on the turf. Picked up by Pioneer. Nice job picking it up off the turf by Louis Marr. Now Marr will head off the field. So both teams make some substitutions.
Is that the lull to sleep offense here? I mean, he was just kind of Mirandering around there with nowhere to go.
You know, meandering around?
Both of them.
Did you give him the Miranda warning?
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
So Zidanowski deep behind the Riverette net. Now will cut out in front. Looked like he was trying to hit a cutter and missed the pass, and sailed out of bounds. And that's going to go possession over to the Riverettes.
Waiting for a little bit of changing of the players. I think that's the delay we have right now.
Yeah, referee's making a quick conference. Now they're done. They're spreading back out again, and there's the whistle, and we're back underway. Now Huron on possession, deep in their own zone. They'll send it back to Urbaniak. And he will send it to Jacob Hankin. And Hankin will send it upfield to Granner. Now Welch has it. He'll send it down low to Meneghini. Over to Nils Urbaniak.
And the
on
Riverettes,
the far side as they go around the perimeter once again with the passes.
I apologize, Pete. The Riverettes really have not made any kind of a real big attacks after that first goal there, scored by Welch there when he came and rushed through. They haven't made any type of more additional scoring attacks.
Well, the only adjustment I could see is that the Rats are really spreading it out. Their passes are wide. They're trying to draw that Pioneer defense out. Now loses possession of the ball. And Granner will scoop it back up and carry.
He's trying to shake Burke, but Peter Burke is on him like
now Nick
glue.
Sorsher with it. Back to Welch. Chris Welch carrying. And again, they'll send it around the perimeter. And like I say, this spread offense is even more deliberate than the offense they were using previously. Now cut in front of the net to Sorsher. He caught the pass but couldn't get a shot off as he was being defended. Now a flag on the field.
Yeah, it looks like Lewis Marr went upstairs with that stick. Let's see if they call a high stick.
Well, Sorsher quite a bit taller than Marr, and I think Marr kind of ducked, and Marr's stick was right there. We'll take a look at it on the replay here. There's Marr in the number 3, and Sorsher carrying, and brings his stick up as Sorsher kind of crouched a little bit.
He did.
And Marr came up with a stick towards the head of Sorsher.
Well, as you know, any legal check is between the shoulders and the waist, and even if he's ducking down and you catch part of the helmet or part of the head, just like in the NFL or playing football, you're hitting the head, it's going to be a penalty.
Yeah. So Huron will work it around on offense once again. Oh, Huron with a power play here. Now Welch has it. And intercept by Pioneer, and they'll be sent way downfield. High pass. Big bounce. And that looks like that was off a Pioneer. Looks like that went off of Zach Weber.
Anybody that is ball
It'll be Huron possession.
Struck a ball at the halftime festivities. Please start making your way to the far end of the field by the cone near the 50-yard line.
2:50 to play here in the half. Pioneer with a 3-1 lead here on City TV Sports. Now Huron on offense one more time.
With the man advantage, you would think that they would try to get some more shots off.
They seem very content to work it around, try and get that perfect shot. Maybe that is to their detriment, trying to do that. Now Sorsher tries to get it in deep, but it's picked off by the goalkeeper for Pioneer, Duart Daigen. Now errant pass. Ball on the turf.
Nice strip. Nice strip.
Nice work there by Gino Meneghini. Now Meneghini with it. Still carrying. Now he'll pass it. That's over the head of Segaloff. And out of bounds, it'll be Pioneer possession. Kind of a wasted effort there on the power play by the River Rats.
Never really had a quality shot on goal, and really never had an opportunity to dump it in down to Enberger. Peter Enberger was trying to set himself up in front of the net, and they never received a pass.
Well, Swanson will carry for Pioneer into the Huron offensive zone.
It looks like the Pioneers are back to full strength as well.
Right out in front of the net. Hadn't had it momentarily there. And a quick shot by Lovelace, and they score. Eric Lovelace just kind of picked it off the turf and flipped it at the net and put it behind Urbaniak for the Pioneers' fourth goal.
Scored by number 24, Eric Lovelace.
Nice shot there by Lovelace. He and
it's
we
almost
can take a quick
casual
look
with
at
the shot. Over the shoulder. Nobody was really ready for it. And he put it away for the Pioneers' fourth goal.
a bit of gamesmanship there with the shot. Kind of not looking like you're attacking the net, and then you flip it in, huh?
Yeah, really quick over-the-shoulder shot as the Huron defense was closing in on him. But they weren't quick enough. Yeah, Pioneer up 3 goals, 4-1.
It kind of answers what you've been saying about the River Rats' lack of scoring. They've been so deliberate, trying to be so careful. Pioneers just going right at it.
Right, and again, flip the ball in net. You never know. Pepper the goalkeeper, you may get it in. It may go in.
I like that.
And, really Huron has done none of that so far in this half.
Yeah, Pioneers really outshot them on goal, especially here in the second period where they've really taken control of this match.
55 seconds to play in the half.
All the momentum totally on the Pioneer side right now.
And we're back down in the Huron defensive zone once again. That's Zadanowski.
That family was messing with me.
Now back to Lovelace. They'll send it to Barroso.
Final 20 seconds.
Scooped up by Haddon. Haddon's still with it.
You better watch this guy.
10 seconds. They'll stay Pioneer possession.
Just 8 seconds on the clock.
Timeout, Huron.
Looks like they let it go to halftime.
I believe Huron called a timeout
Oh, there we go.
with 8 seconds to go in the half.
And, it's great strategy because you don't want this game to get blown wide open and one more goal. You never know the mentality of your players going into the half.
Good point, Kevin. Well, and again, this is high school sports. You want to use every moment you can as a teaching moment. Well, Pioneers back out on the field.
Bit of a pep to their step as well, too. But that scoreboard has a lot to do with it. And as you can see, the body language of the River Rats, it looks like they're losing.
Well, perhaps a halftime pep talk is just the thing they need. They come out in the third period and try and make a run at these Pioneers.
Well, don't forget about the orange slices.
Can't forget about that. And there's Swanson with it. Will he get a shot off?
Oh, he tried to do one of those little Pete Sampras shots or something from tennis over your shoulder behind the back. Not as successful as the last shot there by Lovelace.
And we head to halftime with Pioneer up 4-1. We're going to take a break and come back with second half action right here on City TV Sports.
Hi, I'm Jim Blow, host of Conversations. Twice a month, I have the opportunity to interview the people in Ann Arbor you care to see and hear from. City council members, the mayor, members of the school board, all the way to members of Congress. I've had the pleasure over the past 18 years to bring these people to you. I invite you to join me and the rest of Ann Arbor in Conversations here on City TV Channel 19.
Hi, I'm Dana Denha, and tune into City TV to find out what's happening in our community.
Ward Talk. Ann Arbor City Council members, take your phone calls live. It's the third Wednesday of each month, only on Channel 19 City TV.
Be a part of creating television for your community. Come on into the Community Television Network, CTN, where we offer free services like production training, facilities, and airtime to Ann Arbor residents and nonprofit groups. CTN, where Ann Arbor is on TV.
And welcome back to Riverbank Stadium for third period action. Pioneer and Huron men's lacrosse. Pioneer with a 4-1 lead. And really, they carried most of the play to the River Rats in the first half. I'm Pete Poirier along with Kevin Bryant, bringing you all the action here on City TV Sports. And we're back underway.
Well, to recap that first half for those folks that just are joining us, Pete, that first period was really just a feeling out period. The second period is when all 4 goals or 5 goals were put on the scoreboard, and it was really handled by Pioneer. And just like that, they're starting off.
A great shot there by Swanson. Nice save by Urbaniak in goal. And the River Rats will go back on offense. Take a look at that shot on replay. There's a save by Urbaniak. Lost it momentarily, but regains possession.
More difficult, I think, as a goalkeeper for lacrosse than it is for the stick and glove of a hockey goalie. Because you got to go down and pick it up with the same stick apparatus that the guys are out here shooting with. It makes it tough.
Well, and you also have to remember, they can use the turf as an extra surface to bounce the ball off for another angle for the goalkeeper to have to defend. And in hockey, obviously, you don't really have to worry about that. Plus, the net is shaped differently as well.
And the net is a lot higher, which causes the goalkeeper to have to bring his stick up to defend a lot harder. And we've seen in the first half several shots that whizzed right by the goalkeeper's ear.
Well, and again, that's another thing you can use as a shooter. You can look like you're shooting high. Goalkeeper brings his stick up, and that's when you use the skip shot to bounce it by his feet.
A lot of different things that the goalkeeper in this sport has to deal with, I should say.
Oh, Huron with opportunity on offense. Ball on the turf picked up by Pioneer. Brian Matney picking it up off the turf for the Pioneers. And a collision there. And another Pioneer taken to the turf, and the referee will come in with the whistle.
A little late hit there.
Anthony
Moran. Anthony Moran, just number 21 there for the Pioneers, got a little late shove in on the action.
There's a look at it on the replay.
You know, Hankin for the Rats, just Jacob Hankin went right through the Pioneer defender there. Got a little business for going right through the Pioneer defender as well. Looks like the officials are still trying to sort out that action to see if there's going to be any penalties doled out.
Now we're back underway. Pioneer with possession.
Wow, that ball is just rolling in front of the net.
Well, Lovelace will gather it in. He'll change directions. Now it comes back out in front. Loses possession once again. Now he'll scoop it up again. Eric Lovelace with the possession of the ball for Pioneer. Now try to get it to Zanowski and just airmailed it over his head and out of bounds. It'll be Huron possession.
Still the body language, energy, and action all on the Pioneer side as far as having a lot more aggressive play than the Rats.
Well, and maybe you saw there a little bit of the Huron frustration with the rough play over on the far side of the field.
Not surprising to see that.
Now back to Urbaniak as Huron starts its offensive set. They'll walk it up to quarter way down the field. Now a long pass to Chris Welch. Now possession to behind the net. Now back out front to Granner. And now ball out top once again. And here we see Huron sending it around the perimeter one more time. This Huron offense, a little bit like a broken record. They have stuck to their pattern of offense, swinging around the perimeter, but really no River Rat within 10, 15 yards of the net.
Well, the only success they had is when they rushed the net off of a screen when Welch had to really go down to his knees and fire a shot. So I guess the only explanation I can come with is the Rats have to be a lot more aggressive than they are right now.
Absolutely. And really, that's not what head coach Greg Monroe has them playing right now. They have them playing the patient game, and this is really playing into the hands of the Pioneers. The more time they take off the clock, and I know it's still early in the third. There's still 8 minutes to go. But, again, this doesn't harm the Pioneers' chance. They're up 4-1.
And we keep speaking to the ineptness of the Huron offense, but you got to really look at the Pioneers' defense. They've been stellar.
They've really stayed in position. They have not been moved out of position. Now there's a rush at the net and a shot off the end of the goalkeeper's stick. And that rush by Andrew Gasparovich.
More a shot out of desperation because it really wasn't a good shot as far as the angle he had on the goal.
Well, Huron will keep possession. Now once again behind the net.
Huffnagel's playing some tough defense down there.
Now ball back out top. Now back behind the net once again. That's Nils Urbanek.
Only a sophomore. His brother, the goalkeeper for Huron's, a senior. Good pickoff.
A nice interception for the Pioneer by Peter Burke. Burke loses it. It's off his stick. He's arguing with it. It's knocked out of his stick by the River Rats, but they'll have possession.
Nick Sorcer, and we got a quick look on that on the rush there by the River Rats. Goals really come fast in this match or in this sport, really.
Quick shot by Gasparovich. So it'll be River Rat possession when the referee blows his whistle.
And Swanson takes it up the field for Pioneer.
Now carry into the center.
And Nate Clyde there peppering him from the back.
Quick shot. Sails wide of the net. It's going to be Pioneer possession off a Huron stick.
I think you mentioned it earlier, Pete. Pioneer's really not in a fast hurry right now. They're more deliberate because they do have such a big lead here with the 3 goals.
Passes by Hurons picked up by Swanson, and he's knocked to the turf. Ball still on the turf.
Peter Herberger really just ran him over, plowed him over.
Yeah, Ehrenberger. And it'll be Huron possession after the whistle.
Nice action there we had the last couple minutes here. And take a look at Umberger here. When he gets up the puck, 1 hit there by the Pioneers. That's probably why he came back with so much ferocity.
Absolutely, and he
there
deals
you go.
it right back.
I like that. If you can take it, you better be able to deal it out.
Sorscher backing it up. I've had a veritable
Planes, trains, and automobiles?
Absolutely. It's been one vehicle after another. First we had automobiles, then it was a train, and now an airplane just flew overhead.
I think that was the helicopter.
You know,
had survival
I think what
flight
it is
coming over too.
The fans really want to see the game, but it's such a nice day out. They're finding other ways to catch a glimpse of the game on their way to wherever they're going.
Over a little flyby?
A little flyby, a little train by, a little drive-by, a little bit of everything. I think I hear a helicopter in the distance now. I do hear a helicopter in the distance.
Well, the Rats can use a little bit better mode of transportation right now because they need to dial that or drive that ball right in the net.
Near fast break opportunity for Dylan Graham for Pioneer. He just could not find the ball. It was in his feet. And picked up by Huron, and they'll head back downfield. Pioneer back on offense. Swanson with a skip shot, and he scores. Dylan Swanson with the quick shot. Skip shot into the net. Pioneers score number 5.
He wound that up from way down low and brought it up top with some strength. Nice
Here
shot.
on the replay. Kind of waits, pauses, and then fires and skips it off the turf. Pioneer scores number 5. They're up 5-1.
Strong shot, man. That was
4:08 to play here in the third.
Match really getting away from the Rats. They're going to have to put something on the board here to going into the fourth period to feel good about themselves.
Well, they're going to have to do something a little bit more aggressive on offense instead of this
That's spreading
perimeter
out.
passing game. They're going to have to start sending people to the net.
Takes
try
more
and
chances.
do some rushes, get some quick shots off, start peppering the goalkeeper of Pioneer, Duer-Deigen.
Duer-Deigen's really
something.
He's not had that many shots on goal since the second period, really.
Gasparovich's shot, he kind of sticked aside. But that's been it for the second half, really.
Been a lot of great perimeter defense out there from the Pioneers.
Yeah, give credit to the Pioneers. They played some really awesome defense. But, again, with this patient style of offense that the River Rats are showing, really has not resulted in many opportunities.
Really
for the River Rats.
playing into the hands of Pioneer coach James Corey and his defense. I mean, they really are not having to expend a lot of energy, which in turn on the transition has helped them out when they're on offense.
Absolutely. And again, with the defense not really being tested, keeps them stronger later in the game. So it makes it even tougher to score goals late. Now play right in front of the net. And the referee signals Pioneer possession.
And again, that's Chris Welch being the only, not only, but one of the only aggressive players out there for the Rats, trying to take things in his own hand.
Yeah, ball came off the goalpost, almost went in for Huron.
Inches away.
But that's how it's been going this evening for the River Rats. A little bit too little, too late. We'll see if they can come back. There's a nice intercept by Huron. Good job there by Nate Clyde. Right out in front of the net. And saved by Stuart Dygan. We have another referee's whistle.
Well, Niles Urbanik really couldn't handle that pass. If he did, he might have had a great opportunity to score a goal. I mean, you could see it right here. Right in and out of his net. His stick is all over the place. Really couldn't find the ball after that.
Another opportunity for the River Rats by the wayside. And Pioneer back on offense. That's Zdanowski carrying for Pioneer. Now he'll send it over to Swanson. He'll back it up. Again, really no reason to rush for the Pioneers. They can take an opportunity when they see it, but they really do not have to hurry here on offense. That pass skips through. It'll be trapped by Urbaniak. Lars.
Good ball movement there that time by the Pioneers. They really moved the ball around quickly.
Didn't get a real strong shot off, though. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third. 1:50 to play.
Man, he should be whistling the way he was taking that ball upfield.
Now Welch will carry upfield for the River Rats. They'll circle back and send it out to Sorscher. Nick Sorscher. Now over to Gasparovich. Back to Sorscher.
And once again, Huron is spreading out, and you and I both, we're not on the same page as far as this offense is concerned. The success level is very low.
Really hasn't garnered them enough opportunities to score. And at this stage of the match, with goals at a premium for the River Rats, they really need to do something to kickstart this offense.
I would even suggest maybe firing some shots from outside if you're going to be on the perimeter, because, as you stated, the goalkeeper's he's just shadowing wherever the side of the field the ball moves to, he's there. Not a lot of player movement either out of the River Rats.
Now Gasparovich once again, there's the shot, and he scores. Shot from the perimeter on an angle, and he puts it behind the goalkeeper, Stuart Dygan, for Huron's second goal of the match. That one coming with 36 seconds left to go in the third.
Well, Gasparovich, he finally had an opportunity to bust in there. As we were saying, they needed a little bit more movement, the River Rats, on offense, and once they got it, they got a good shot on goal. You got to pepper the net if you're going to ever kind of get that ball in the net.
Well, and here's the problem that I see is there's only one person really moving with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
There should be one guy charging, another guy trying to cut towards the net, so the guy with the ball can either take the shot or try and pass to get the goalkeeper out of position.
Well, saying that, there's not really an opportunity if one man is attacking the net for a rebound.
Oh, Welch has it. He'll hold it. Looked like Sorscher was going to cut towards the net, but shadowed by a Pioneer defender. Now Welch will send it way back out to Nick Sorscher. He'll look back towards Gasparovich, and I think they're going to try it once again. Gasparovich charging towards the net. There's the shot. That one a little bit wide, and an easy pickup for Stuart Dygan.
Hey, if it works one time, go back at it, right?
Really, it's the only offense that the River Rats have been able to generate for most of the half.
And so that'll end it for the third period.
And at the end of 3, it's Pioneer 5 and Huron 2 here on City TV Sports. So fourth period on tap here. And the River Rats are going to need some instant offense to get back in this match.
Well, if you take a look at what Coach Greg Monroe did the last 30 seconds of that match, of that third period, that's exactly what he should be telling his players to get out there and do more of in the fourth period. The success level really shot up, not just when they had a shot on goal, but when they rushed the net.
Absolutely.
That's exactly when they had some more success. As far as the Pioneers are concerned, the offense, they've been efficient. When they've gone down and had a shot on goal, they're right there. So it's more defense really minded. If I'm James James Corey, the coach for Pioneer, it's, hey guys, let's go out here and not let the momentum sneak over to the River Rat sideline.
Yeah, actually, at this point, the game plan is really flipped for both of these teams. Pioneer can afford to be patient on offense and take their opportunities when they get them, and when they have, they've scored. It's Huron's turn to get aggressive on offense and try to get more opportunity scoring to get back in the match.
I totally agree. And to do that, they're going to have to step up the play on the defensive end if the Pioneers do possess the ball, because down by 3 goals here, they're going to have to really be aggressive right from the opening start of this fourth period.
Yeah, team's back on the field. Off the face-off, it'll be Huron possession.
They might have to do that again. I don't. Did the clock move?
No, they called a foul on the Pioneer face-off man and immediately awarded the possession to the River Rats. So River Rats back on offense. Now once again, Huron spreading out the Pioneer defense. Nick Sorsher way out, almost to midfield.
A little love tap there from the Pioneers.
Now Poom Boonson has been aggressive with that stick on Nick Sorsher. Now there's a spin move by Welch right out in front of the net. Can't connect the pass. Now there's a flag.
That was the biggest hit of the night.
Downfield, yeah.
Wow, that was hello.
You could hear that one all the way up here.
Well, we started off with the love taps of the stick, and then you see this big hit right here. It's just amazing. Pioneers takes him out.
There's Welch with the spin move.
Can't use your head in this sport, but man, you can use some shoulders, and that was a lot of shoulder there.
Well, you can use your head, but for thinking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Got you. Nice. I'm going to remember that.
Good. I just try and use every moment I can as a teaching moment, Kevin.
And I present you with opportunities often.
Absolutely. That's okay. Learning is good. Oh, Huron swinging around the perimeter. Sorsher playing catch with Welch. Now back to Sorsher.
Finally, the Rats have somebody inside the crease there.
That's a bit of a switch up for the River Rats. Now Sorsher, his pass is intercepted. Boonson picks it up, long pass downfield. Ball on the turf. And it'll be picked up by Huron. Nate Clyde back there.
Nice interception there by Peter Burke for the Pioneers.
Oh, Haddon carrying for Pioneer.
And there you go. You see the Pioneers deliberately setting up that offense. Here's the rush.
Cross pass sails over the head of the would-be recipient of the pass. It'll be picked up off the turf by Huron's Jared Tools.
Picked off by Pioneer.
Haddon with it right out front. Then alone. Shoots and scores. Harry Haddon for Pioneer. Well, and they go up 6-2.
Taylor Zandowski with the pickoff for the Pioneers. And then he flips it up to Haddon very quickly. Haddon with the backspin move. That was a sweet goal. He was very aggressive here. You can see the pickoff right there. Find your man because he's breaking, and he's been hot, and he turns and shoots.
Nice spin move.
It really was.
All alone and scores.
He gave him a little head and shoulders fake, too. A little deep there, deep that.
And back in midfield for the faceoff.
Well, if Huron had any thoughts of changing the momentum, that just kind of stepped right on the neck right there for Pioneers putting that goal in. That really spread out the margin here.
Oh, Pioneer back on offense. Louis Marr carrying for Pioneer. He'll take his time. The near corner of the field. Wait for his teammates to get in position. No reason to rush at this point. 9:07 to play in the game. Now Zanowski tries to set a pick. Pass out front, ball on the turf.
And picked off there by the Rats.
Jared Tools picking it up for Huron. And another intercept by Zidanowski. Pass out front. Couldn't get it to Haddon. And it'll be Huron possession.
Well, maybe the Pioneers aren't listening to us because they aren't taking it easy or light. They're really just putting the pressure on them, and I like that style. If you have your opponent on the ropes, go for the gusto. Make sure they're not going to get back in the game.
What's the old saying, Kevin? The best defense is a
better offense.
That's right.
It doesn't look like we have anybody in the net for Huron right now. The goalkeeper's about 5 feet out. 10 yards out.
Well, Tools got it knocked away from him by Marr. Marr lost it. And Tools will go back to scoop it up.
Pioneers really putting some defensive pressure in the Huron zone, really not allowing them to set up their offense without anybody in their face. I like that style because it's not allowing the Rats to relax.
And the Pioneers have just forced another turnover in the Huron defensive zone. They're just playing into the Pioneers' hands at this point. Oh, Peter Burke carrying.
Good screen.
Quick shot. Picked up by the Pioneers once again. Now Swanson has it out top. He tries a spin move.
Find my man Zendowski. He's doing everything. Oh, that was a soft shot, though. I think that kind of popped out of his stick.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to fire it, but it was really kind of a whiff. And Urbaniak was there to pick it out of the sky and send it back the River Rat way. Well, Sorsher to Welch. And once again, Huron with this patient offense. My only guess, Kevin, is that head coach Greg Monroe for the River Rats feels that this is just the best way for the River Rats to get a feel for playing lacrosse and getting a rhythm by playing this very patient style of offense.
Well, sometimes you could be accused of overcoaching at some point, but they have had certain success of spreading the offense out, and then just like this, rushing the net.
There's Gasparovich, and his shot sails through the uprights. Good for a field goal. Oh, wait a minute. That's football.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure. You beat me to the punch there because they needed 3 points. We needed 3 points if you're a River Rats fan.
And you definitely are.
I kind of bleed green.
You wear your radishness on your sleeve, as the saying goes. Now Sorsher back to Gasparovich. Looks like he's going to back it up for another run at the net. Being defended heavily this time. Can't get ahead of steam going.
That's
Loses
right.
control of the ball. Now he'll pass it to Welch behind the net.
Kind of like when you step on some ice and you're not sure of yourself if it's going to break or not. He just wasn't sure about that rush. Kind of took his time.
Getting defended pretty heavily there as opposed to the passer where they've kind of let him get a free run at the net.
And that has to be the strategy from Coach Monroe. He would like his attackers to gain some momentum as they're rushing towards the net to try to bust through that Pioneer stellar defense.
Well, picked up by Duart Daigan. He'll pass it to Swanson, and Swanson will head upfield for the Pioneers. 5:35 to play in the match. Now Burke, and looks like the Pioneers are content to play a little bit more patiently.
You would like to see the River Rats a lot more aggressive on the defense there, and you have guys turning their head when a shot's coming at them. That's probably not the defensive posture they should have.
Yeah, Peter Burke shot a wild one. That one almost out onto Geddes Road.
Yeah, maybe that's why they turned their head.
Well, maybe he was trying to get the same field goal that Gasparovich got on the other end.
Yeah, it could be.
That one was wide right, though. Now Zidanowski carrying behind the net for the Pioneers.
Good pass.
There's a quick shot and a goal for Pioneer.
Great
Dylan
assist.
Graham with the goal for the Pioneers, and that matches his jersey number. And Pioneer is leading 7-2.
Great pass there by Taylor Zandowski. Sometimes the guy with the assist doesn't get the pub, but he was the guy that actually set that up. Here's a nice pass because he brought the defense to him, and that allowed number 7 there, Dylan Graham, with an open shot at the net.
And another goal for the Pioneers. They widen their advantage to 5, 7-2. Just 4:46 left in the match for the River Rats. Fighting off the faceoff, we have a referee's whistle.
On a match that's getting away like this, I hope the officials really take extra care and don't let these guys get a little too aggressive when it's not even needed. Although big hits are fun to watch.
Yes, they are, Kevin. Yes, they are. Well, Huron back on offense at Meneghini behind the net.
There's somewhat of a hit. Good defensive play there by the Pioneers' Ryan Huffnagel.
And we have a timeout. And the teams will head to the sideline to get instructions from their coaches.
And it's not announced whether it was a timeout by the Rats or by the Pioneers, but, you know, either way, you could see a reason why both coaches would like to set and stop play with just 4 minutes and 16 seconds left on the clock. Pioneer coach Carey, he just wants to remind his players that Corey, that it's not over yet, because it was a little bit of lackadaisical play there on the last attack by the River Rats. And on the flip side for the River Rats, Coach Monroe has to say, guys, look at the clock, look at the score. Turn it on if you're going to turn it on.
Well, now's the time to go if you're the River Rats. If there's any time at all, it's now.
And you really hadn't had a lot of aggressive play out of the River Rats. The only man advantage I can recall has been for the Rats when the Pioneers were aggressive. Nice 70-degree night here in Ann Arbor. Gotta love these.
Gotta love the short sleeve weather.
Bottle it up. It doesn't happen too often.
Well, Pioneers back on the field, awaiting the last instructions for the River Rats.
3. Do you want to change it quickly?
The Rats still getting instructions. Now they've concluded, and they head back out on the field.
Well, there you go. I'm happy to see you guys run out, because at first the Rats were walking out like, are we really going to have to do this, Coach? Come on, guys. Show some better body language than that. Act like you want to be here.
Now Meneghini carrying for the River Rats. Deeks one man, loses possession momentarily. A ball on the turf. Now picked up by Gasparovich on the field.
Peter Burke is a large guy out there for Pioneer, and he's only a junior. Sure, Coach Corey is going to be very happy to see him come back next year.
Now Gasparovich almost back out to midfield. Now he says it to Segeloff. Segeloff being defended over there by Louis Marr. Now back to Gasparovich, and the River Rats look really passive here.
Well, that and to come out of a timeout and look this disorganized really can't be pleasing Coach Monroe. And just like that, the Pioneers get a turnover.
Referees whistled. I think they whistled passive play or something on the River Rats. because Gasparovich was carrying, and the referees called the whistle and turned it over to the Pioneers. And there's a quick shot. That one sails wide of the net. Now Pioneers not letting up, not content to just swing it around the perimeter and kill the time off.
No, it's stat time right now. If you're a Pioneer guy, you want to go ahead and get on the board.
Rub it in, as they say. Haddon with a deke move. He loses it, but it's picked up off the turf by David Foster. Now back to Marr. Or check it, that's Haddon.
There's the
Haddon
shift. Good
with
screen.
a couple of goals in this match.
And he's trying to find somebody else.
And another goal for Pioneer. That one coming from Peter Burke.
Just as I was mentioning, and that's the junior I was talking about just moments ago. He's a big kid, and wow, he had a good shot there, but it was really off of the pass by Haddon, who really draws into defense. And just like that, quick shot, finds the net.
Jump shot to the far corner.
Yeah, it was really puzzling to see the Urbaniak down low. And you said that earlier, Pete. Sometimes you can carry the stick low with the ball, and that'll force the goalkeeper to go down low, and then you could go up top on him.
Right. Absolutely. Pioneer possession off the face-off. And another timeout is called, I believe this time by Pioneer.
Well, I don't think it's rubbing it in if you're scoring because, hey, the defense is out there, there's still time on the clock, and,
Hey.
you know, crosstown rivals. You don't care if you're rubbing up the score.
Stop me if you can. If you can't, that's on you.
That's on you. It really is. And, you know, these guys, they're big boys. You know, these guys they know what they need to do out there as far as the Rats on defense. I think they're just overall tonight, Pioneer came in with a better game plan and maybe at the end of the day, better execution of their game plan. Because Huron came in with a good game plan, they just didn't execute it well.
Well, and simply put, Kevin, Pioneer might just be a better team.
It could be.
They may have more talent.
Sometimes that's the case.
And they just showed their superior talent tonight with an 8-2 lead right here, with just 2:10 left in the match.
It's probably a family thing, and I should explain that. My cousin played for Pioneer, so
he's not allowed to your picnics. Huh?
Well, the skill level is no, he's not, and the skill level of him probably is rubbing off on the players even 20 years later when he played lacrosse at Pioneer.
Right.
I think it was 15 or something like that.
And he's still not allowed to your picnics.
No, he's lazy.
Not even he brings a potato salad.
Oh, we definitely have the wrong cousin.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Oh, Haddon has it once again. Now shot along the turf by Zidanowski. Save made by Urbaniak.
Huron can't clear that ball out.
Well, picked up once again. This time by Lovelace. Eric Lovelace behind the net. Now back out top.
Great pass.
Haddon's got it. Saved by Urbaniak. And Huron will come away with it.
Oh, great scoop there on the pass and catch.
That's Ehrenberger. Now Menegini has it for Huron. Back to Welch.
Why slow down the offense now? Come on, guys. You had a transition break there. That's the time when you want to attack the net.
Right. Should have just charged and got a shot off. Absolutely.
The defense not there. The score on the score.
Timeout, Huron.
There's a look at one of the saves by Urbaniak on the replay. Zidanowski with the shot. Save made.
And Toils, he kind of helped out with the long stick, and then he kind of gets a strip in after the second shot comes in here.
Kind of rolled that along the turf. But Urbaniak was up to the challenge and stopped that shot.
Actually, I should credit Garrison Meadows with the good defense for the Rats. But again, to slow down a transition, it's just not logical to me as far as A, the score, B, how you've been playing. If I'm talking to Coach Monroe, why call a timeout after that play?
Well, and that may be the very reason why he called the timeout, because he was upset by the fact that they did not take advantage of that transition opportunity.
Could be. I hope so, because
telling his guys, hey, you can't stop.
Yeah, look
and
at the
back
scoreboard,
out.
guys. That's
Absolutely. Take advantage of the opportunity when you have it. Throw a shot at the net.
And again, you did say earlier, Pete, every moment out here for these guys, it's a learning opportunity, a coaching opportunity, and that definitely is, if that's the case, of what Coach Monroe is out there telling his players.
Yeah, just a minute and 8 seconds to play. Huron will pick up the offense, and we'll see what they do in this last 68 seconds.
Boy, you're right on. We will see. We can see now that the sun's dropped.
Just on the top of the treetops. And just like the script for the whole game, there's Welch. He's looking now. That takes a shot, but it's through a wicket of defenders and off a defender, and that'll be picked up by Brian Matney and sent way downfield. Dylan Graham picked it up for the Pioneers, and he was knocked to the turf. Pioneers will keep possession. 32 seconds left.
I hear the horn, but that might as well be the fat lady singing for the Pioneers. I mean, for the Huron. The River Rats are not going to come back in this one in the final 30 seconds.
Amtrak number 2 making its presence known here at Riverbank Stadium. Oh, Tools with the long shot downfield, and that's out of the field of play.
He's got some arms on that kid. 110-yard shot there.
Catapult action there. That long stick, that long defender stick, and
the Hail Mary.
Yeah, that was.
I don't
even think Mary would have caught up with that one. Another long pass down for the Pioneers, picked up by Huron. Just 2 seconds left, and that's going to do it. And Pioneer comes away with the 8-2 victory.
And it really was more of a skill set thing tonight. I think if we just to recap, the Pioneers came out with an aggressive action on offense, and on defense, just stellar. Never allowing the River Rats to get an open shot on goal.
Played a real solid game from beginning to start, the Pioneers did, and they finished it off 8-2. I'd like to thank all the people that make this production possible. Our director, Rob Cross. Audio and replay by Jim Slim McKinley. Computer graphics by Greg McDonald. Our camera guys, Katsumi Nagai, Michael Dermody, and Patrick Holobic. And for Kevin Bryant, this is Pete Poyer. Once again, the final from Riverbank Stadium. It's Pioneer 8 and Huron 2.